Hello, this is Julie, and welcome to this morning class. We'll begin on our backs in our Supta Baddha Konasana. So, bringing the soles of the feet together, pulling them up towards the pelvis, letting the knees fall out towards the sides. Stretching the arms overhead, pulling the shoulder blades slightly up, and closing the eyes and relaxing here for a moment. And just connecting to the body here, connecting to the breath. So you can bring the awareness to the belly and observe the natural rise and fall of the belly and the chest. And then we'll stretch the legs out and bring the feet and the hands over to the corners of the right side of the mat, pulling the hips slightly over to the left, so creating an arch of the body here, tilting the head as well. And then you can cross the left ankle over the right ankle. So a very gentle side body stretch. And then we'll switch the sides. So bringing the feet and the hands over to the left side, this time pulling the hips out towards the right and crossing the right ankle over the left. And beginning to breathe a little bit more intentionally, breathing a little bit deeper. And you can hold at the top of the inhale slightly just to feel that stretch through the chest and the side body a little bit more. Okay, bringing the spine back into a neutral position. We'll bring the right knee in towards the chest. So activating through the legs, drawing that left heel into the mat, and pulling the legs in opposite directions. And one more deep breath here, deep inhale and exhale. We'll find a half happy baby position. So grabbing onto the big toe outside of the foot. If this is too deep of a stretch, you can bend that left leg, setting the foot flat on the floor. You can bring in some movement into the hip, so rocking the knee and the hip side to side, warming up that hip joint. Okay, and we'll take a spinal twist. So we'll guide that right knee over towards the left side, stretching the right arm out, palm facing down, and then looking over the right shoulder. Making sure the shoulders are grounded, and then you can work on getting that knee a little bit closer to the ground. So inhaling all the way into the belly and into the chest, and then exhale, emptying the lungs, pulling the belly in, maybe rotating a little bit deeper. Okay, and releasing that stretch. We'll bend the left knee, setting the foot on the floor. Right ankle comes over the left knee, interlacing the fingers behind the back of the left thigh, bringing the legs in towards the body, finding this figure four position with the legs. Inhaling in and exhaling, letting go, pulling those legs closer towards the chest. And one more deep breath here. And then releasing. We'll take that little sequence to the opposite side, so pulling the left knee in towards the chest. Deep inhale Exhale, pushing that right heel into the ground, activating the legs. And we'll take a half happy baby position on the left side. Making it a little bit more dynamic. So moving the hip and the knee side to side. And then we'll take a spinal twist, guiding that left knee over to the right. Left hand facing down towards the ground, looking over that left shoulder. And deep inhale, filling all the way up. And exhale, emptying the lungs. Activation of the core, rotating a little bit deeper. 2 more deep breaths here. And coming back to center, we'll take our figure four position. So ankle over the right knee, pulling the lower body close into the chest. Feeling a nice stretch here. And one final breath here. Before then releasing, pulling the knees into the chest. And let's roll up. Find our way into a seated position. Okay, so let's stretch out the neck. So we'll tilt the head back, look up towards the sky, and we'll just relax in the shoulders, so letting the shoulders drop, relax the head, and just letting the weight of the head pull you deeper into the stretch. We'll do the same, this time with interlacing the fingers behind the head, letting the head fall forward. We're not pulling the head forward, we're just letting the weight of the hands, the weight of the head, pull us deeper into the stretch. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead, and exhale, we'll take a side stretch to the right side. Inhale, coming up to seated, lengthening the arms overhead, and exhale, coming to the left side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, taking it over to the right. Closing the body down towards the ground, pulling the fingers out to the front, pausing, and then exhale, taking the fingers over towards the left side, side body stretch. Exhale, closing down towards the ground, pulling to the front. Inhale, pausing. Exhale, walking the hands over towards the right side. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, closing down towards the ground. Inhale in the middle. And exhale to the left. Opening up. And exhale. Walking out in front. Pausing. And exhale. And then coming up to seated again. Right, so let's place the right hand underneath the left collarbone. And then we'll lean the head diagonally back. So we're feeling a stretch on our platysma muscle, which is right over the collarbone and through the neck. So we're just stretching out the tissue. And then relaxing. And the left hand underneath the collarbone, pulling the skin down slightly, holding it tight, and releasing the head diagonally back. Let's make our way to hands and knees. Warm up the spine with a couple cat-cows. So inhale, taking our cow position. Let's pause here. And one deep breath into the belly, into the chest. Holding. And exhale, pushing the ground away, looking in towards the belly. And again, holding here for 1 or 2 deep breaths. Okay, inhale, rounding, arching and looking up. Exhale, rounding, looking in towards the navel. Inhale, looking up. And exhale. Inhale, lifting. And exhale. Let's bring the knees together. Pull the hands out slightly and finding a child's pose. I want you to find kind of an active child's pose here. So spreading the fingers nice and wide, keeping the elbows lifted. And on your next inhalation, we'll roll forward into a low plank position. Exhale, baby chaturanga. Inhale, pushing up. And exhale, pushing back into a child's pose. And again, inhale, coming forward to a low plank. Exhale, baby chaturanga. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, back into a child's pose. And again, inhale, coming back to low plank, lifting the knees. And we'll push back into a downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale, rolling forward to a high plank, lowering the knees. Baby chaturanga. Inhale, pushing up, lifting the knees. And exhale, back into a downward facing dog. And again, inhale, rolling forward, high plank, lowering the knees. Exhale. Inhale, pushing away, lifting the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. One final time. Inhale, rolling forward, dropping the knees, or maybe keeping them lifted this time, taking a full chaturanga push-up. And exhale, back into your downward facing dog. And this time you can walk out the legs. Inhale, looking in between the hands, big step to the top of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll pose, so grabbing onto the elbows, nice bend in the knees, and letting the upper body hang heavy, maybe swaying from side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up to standing, lifting the arms overhead, looking up. Exhale, standing position. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead, looking up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, setting the hands, stepping back to high plank. Lowering the knees. Exhale, baby chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog with the knees lifted. Exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. One deep breath here. Inhale, looking in between the hands, big step forward, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead, looking up. Exhale, standing position. Inhale, lifting hands up, looking up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping or jumping back to high plank. Exhale, taking a full chaturanga, or you can continue to modify it. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And a full breath here. Inhale, looking in between the hands, big step forward or jumping, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, standing position. We'll bring the right knee in towards the chest, activating through the legs, tucking the pelvis, placing the left hand on the left hip, and we'll bring the knee out towards the side. Bringing the knee back to center, flexing the foot, knee in line with the hip, extending the arms overhead. Inhale, we'll extend the leg. Nice and controlled, we'll step back into a high lunge position, holding. Setting that right knee down, right hand on the floor, reaching the left arm up towards the sky for a low lunge twist. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead, tucking that back toe, lifting the knee, standing at the top of the mat. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, looking up towards the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jumping or stepping back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking in between the hands, jumping or stepping forward, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up to standing. Exhale, arms down by the side. Inhale, we bring the left knee in towards the chest, so our standing knee to chest position. Active legs. Opening the knee out to the left, looking over that right shoulder. Bringing the knee back to middle. Flexing the foot, knee in line with the hip, arms extended overhead, holding. Extension of the leg. Stepping back into a high lunge position, keeping the balance, maybe sinking the hips a little lower. Setting that back knee down. Left hand comes down to the ground, reaching that right arm up. Inhale, reaching both arms up, tucking the back toe and lifting that back knee, high lunge. Coming to the top of the mat. Bringing the arms down by the side. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jumping or stepping back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking in between the hands, and let's find a seated position, extending the legs out in front of you for a Dandasana position. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, folding from the hips, forward fold. And again, inhale, extension of the spine, and exhale, coming a little bit deeper. 5 deep breaths here. Elongating the exhalation. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. Keeping those thighs nice and active. And coming up to seated. Okay, let's come onto our backs. And finish off with a full happy baby. So grabbing onto the toes or the outside of the feet. And you can gently rock the knees and the hips from side to side. A little massage for the lower back as well. And then letting go, releasing the legs, and we'll find our final posture for today, our Shavasana. Closing the eyes. Beginning to come back to the body. Gently bringing the knees in towards the chest. And slowly making your way up, finding a seated position. Setting the hands in the knees, let's take a final deep breath together. So deep inhale in through the nose. Deep exhale out through the nose, extending that exhale. Bringing the hands together in front of the head, bowing down. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful day.